Hey, Rembo here, and welcome to my channel. Gonna be getting back on my baby and getting back on my baby really soon. Actually, as long as weather permits with rain. Tomorrow morning, air conditioning just kicked off in the other side of the house, so if you hear a little noise, we can tolerate it, right? All right. Anyway, so listen, I told everybody, you should know this, I decided to go with the Alpinestars Tech-Air 7X for my vest. And why did I do that? Let's talk about that right now. All right, a lot of folks are like me. You're right on the street and you go to the track. So I wanted a vest that was going to help me both on the street and on the track, and that's one of the main reasons why I decided to go with the Tech-Air 7X from Alpinestars. Number one, there are two riding modes. There is road and there is track. All right, so you have road and track, or road and race track. All right, those are the two modes, and they will give you different algorithms. Not that we can adjust them, but there's different algorithms in there that they will use so that you can get away with more. Obviously, you can do a little bit more crazy stuff on the track than you could on the street. So with the street, it's going to be a little more attentive, whereas it's going to be a little forgiving when you're on the track in a race mode. Okay, now probably I love the fact that the back plate is integrated into the vest, but here's, to me, this was the biggest selling point. If you really want to sell someone on an airbag vest, an autonomous airbag vest, then it's the simple fact that I can get 4 deployments before I have to ship it back to Alpinestars. That to me is amazing. It comes with 2 cartridges, so you can have 2 deployments. Hope I don't need any deployments, but you can have upwards of 2 deployments. So let's say you're doing a track day, you have a little low side, it deploys, you pick up your bike, hardly any damage, you want to get back on it and go, you're still protected. It has another deployment. You see this happen all the time on MotoGP, okay? And once you blow through both of those cartridges, you can order 2 more cartridges and put them in yourself. And then once you do that, you're golden for 2 more. But again, to me, 4 deployments, you got some issues going on. I think after the first 2, I'm probably going to want to send it back. But it's just really important. I don't like the fact that if something blows off once and I have to send it back and then you lose all this time and there's only 1 deployment. That's why I wasn't really happy with the race suit that I have that has the D-Air, all right? I have a Dainese race suit. I'm not thrilled about it, all right? And I'm not thrilled about it because now that I have this, it seems to work great. And it also has coccyx protection that you can flip up out of the way if you want to. I was really concerned that the coccyx was going to be sticking down and causing the vest to go up like this. It doesn't do that at all. You can literally just fold it out of the way. It's coccyx protection, but it's not like a hardened thing that's connected in. It just flips down over your coccyx and it works really, really well. Now, I've had it on. It's very comfortable. We'll show you a couple things with it. And I have an existing jacket that I typically wear on the street, heavily ventilated, and it fits right underneath it. All I did was take the back plate out of my jacket and it fits right over. All you need is 4 centimeters, just 4 centimeters of space. If you have 4 centimeters of space, this Alpinestars Tech-Air 7X will work perfectly fine for you. So I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to wear it. Look at this arm, huh? All right? It's clicking, but that's okay. Anyway, let's take a look at this 7X, and well, that's about it. Let's take a look. All right, so there it is. There is the Tech-Air 7X. All right, comes with 2 things. Comes with this thick-ass manual right here. It's a lot of languages, that's why it's so thick. Gives you lots of information. Comes with this little dongle thing right here, which you can use to blank out, or you can use it to put in place one of the cartridges, and you can use this stem here to fill it up to test the bladder to see if the bladder is fully functioning and you have any leaks in it. let's take a look at this beautiful thing. Now, don't forget, there are lots of zippers here, and the reason why there are lots of zippers is because this will zip inside of your Alpinestars race suit. It's designed for those race suits that are specifically designed to handle these. It zips right in. If not, this stays on, and you just simply zip it on like you would anything else. I'll show you in a little bit, okay? Now, once you have it in, you have it on, you just simply touching those two together, you get your lights, so you can clearly see how the lights came on, all right? So now it's armed and ready to go. So that'll go on here. There's like a little bit of a Velcro to hold that together, and then you're actually going to zip over the top of that so it's kind of protected, so nothing catches on it and rips it off, all right? But that is armed just like that, all right? Let's take a look at this nice little soft pad that's built in here that helps, it's grooved, so it helps kind of like channel air. They even call it an air channeling system. But if I unzip this from both sides, all right, you can clearly see that this is relatively thick, okay? So this is nice, and it has a lot of air. If you can feel it, if you can, I can't take this out, but if you're able to feel this in here, you can see that there's a whole bunch of holes in there, and even in here they have air holes for this thing to breathe. Now, I've seen someone else's where they actually had more holes up in here. Mine doesn't have it. I don't know why, but this is to allow it to breathe. You can see the holes down here. I could swear I saw another one where the guy was showing holes up here too to allow this to breathe more. This is your bladder right here. Again, it comes down, this Velcro's in place, and you of course just zipper it back down. Now, let's look at some other things with this puppy. In the armpit, totally open, all right? It looks like it's allowing a lot of air to flow, as much as you can possibly get to flow, but it is a bladder that's going to stop air, so no matter what, you are going to have those issues. Also, and I hope this thing is focusing here, you have the ability to make adjustments on the arms to tighten them up. Now, this is an XL. You guys know about the size of me. I'm about 5 foot 11 inches, weigh about 185 pounds. I'm not obese, I'm not fat, I'm not trim, I'm kind of in the middle, slightly muscular, and I ended up going with the XL because that's what seemed to have worked best for me. Now, you'll have on here a little code that you'll scan to connect it into your phone. I'll show you that in a little bit. And then here's the tailpiece I was talking about. I thought this would get in the way, but as you can see, it won't. You can just literally just flip it out of the way and it won't be an issue when you're on your motorcycle. So I thought this was going to be a much harder piece that was going to be integrated in here, but it's not. So it seems to work rather well as far as that's concerned. Let's take another look. Oh yeah, by the way, where do you charge it, right? Because it comes with a charging cord to USB. Here's the secret. It's actually right in there. So surprisingly, this is where they hid the little USB-C for charging it, all right? It's right there in that little spot right there. Gosh, I hope this thing is focusing. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes that everyone wants to see, and I'll kind of zoom in for a decent amount of this. Okay, it's got this beautiful, nice, wide, heavy-duty back plate, and inside it says to pull up. You pull up, there's the little point that clips it in. You pull it, and it'll snap right out. And then this piece, just put it to the side. Pretty interesting, okay? When you first get it, there's going to be this wire is going to be disconnected. It's going to get connected right in here. You'll have to read the directions for that. I'll try to zoom in and get a picture of that in a little bit so you can see it, and hopefully put it in there so you can see where this. But once you connect this is your battery. Once you connect your battery in, and you take this little wire here with these 3 wires, and you just take the little connector, and there's a little white piece. It only goes in one way. You snapped it in place. Now you have power, you're ready to charge, and I already showed you where your charging port is on that, okay? Now, in order to replace these cartridges, these are snap in place. You can see where they're at. they kind of just snap down in place. They have these clips that are really difficult to remove so that these don't accidentally come off. You'll have to, I'm not going to do it, I don't want to mess with this, but you can remove these and change them. We'll worry about that when the time comes, but right now I'm not overly concerned about it. Really, the only thing you have to do back here is just connect this in, and then unless you have to change these, all right? All your charging gets done from the front. Now, if you have a suit in Alpinestars that integrates, where this integrates into it, then right through here is where you're gonna take that wire, and it's gonna come through here, come inside, and it'll be able to connect in. You'll see where it connects to right here, all right? It'll be able to connect right into it for those that have the integrated suit for that, all right? So let me see if I can zoom down in here and see, give you a better close-up look of where this connects, okay? All right, so that spot, it's gonna be this right here. This wire, these 3 wires have a little white connector. It just gets snapped in place right there. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you, is it just goes in that way, like it goes that way. I'm trying not to block the camera, and it snaps right in, and this connects in your battery right here. And that's all I wanted to show you on that. And now let's put this thing back together. All right, to put it back in place, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either pound it and snap it in place or hold the thing down. I'm going to take it easy on this thing so I don't break any plastic. This little tab goes up underneath here, all right? It comes down in place. Then you just pull this and push it in place. It'll slide up in place, and you are good to go. Now you're supposed to get about 20 hours out of this thing, 20 hours of ride time, which I think is absolutely amazing. I guess we will see, but let's take a look at how it fits, because that's pretty much it. Oh, other than the app, maybe we should talk about the app. All right, you can see the app, it's right there. It's just the TechAir app. I press it, and then I'm gonna do a screen record on this so that you guys can actually see it. You're just gonna do connect the system, or unless you could see good enough. You do connect the system, and it should connect into it because the battery is connected. All right, it's taking a little bit long here. Not sure why. I don't think I have to have the chest plugged in to do it, so I'm a little curious because I've had this thing connected multiple times today. So I'm wondering what's taking so long on it. It couldn't get any closer than that, could it? All right, well, let's try something else. Let's see if that, let me get out of it. Well, there we go. Now it's connected. And once it's connected, it'll tell you what your ride mode is, right? Ride mode street. You can change it from street and back. All you'll do here is you'll just go to your settings, right? Go to riding mode, and you can change your riding mode over to race. It's saying, hey, do I really want to do that? And it's going to change the algorithm in there and allow you, and if you probably didn't see it, but it just swapped through there, okay? So you go back out to the TechAir system, and it tells you it's in race mode, it's connected, the batteries and the system's at 100%, so I am good to go and start riding with this, all right? So before I forget, once again, to show you how you do it, I'm gonna come down, go to the riding mode, put mine back to street. It's gonna change right there, right? Goes green, and I know that I am back in street. I'm back in street mode, if you can see it. All right, so it's really quite simple. There's other things you're gonna do. You have to register, but you're gonna need this TechAir app in order to do it. Man, I hope this thing is focusing. Well, there you have it. Alpinestars Tech-Air 7X. I really like it. It fits well. We're going to put some miles on it, of course. It's going to stop some of the breathing, but it has some holes in the back. Well, we talked about that. Anyway, the bottom line is I really like the vest. It's why I decided, yeah, it's a little pricey. You're talking like $1,000 US with delivery and tax and everything, probably pushing 1,100 bucks, but it's for your safety. All right, this is Rembo. Please like, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.